Hi, I am Spantopia Rose, but you can call me Span. How are you? I thought today I could paint your face. I could paint you. I thought I could paint you. So yes, I'll just rub that off there. Just gotta get that little bit. Okay. So I thought what we would do today is that I would paint a face on your face. So the first thing I like to do for a face is well, actually, the first thing I will do is I'll just do a full brush over the canvas, just to put in that background feel, so you're not just a blank canvas, you know. All right, hold still. I'll just go up at the top here, and then we'll go just along your forehead there, and then along the eyes. There you go. Hold still. That's it. Hope no blank. Don't open. Gosh, yeah, that's it. All right. And then we've got your nose here. I'm just gonna go in for like the nose, and then under here is actually not that big of a gap. You've got a very cute nose. All right. And then your beautiful lips. There, and then a little chin down there, a little bit of a chin. That looks so good. Alright, so that's the entire canvas covered. So the next thing I'm going to do, when I draw a face, what I like to draw the skull circle first. So you've got a bit of a circle, just all around, just like draw the circle. And then I like to do a little cross section where down your face, all the way down your face, yeah. And then across where your eyes will go, right? Just along there. That's it. Okay, so I like to do a rough outline sketch of where I think features will go along that. So this is circle, and then actually that line comes down lower, because your nose will be about here, right? So along that line, and your nose is there, and your eyes are there, and then you come down to the mouth, just a little bit of a mouth there, and you want to conjoin from the circle, you want to draw a line down to the chin, down the cheekbone to the chin, the cheekbone to the chin, and the little chin here. So you just come down here, and then to the chin here, to the chin, and to the other side, the same. So you want to be working on both sides at the same time. The last thing you want to do is do one really good eye, and then have to try and match it on the other side. No, you want to do two average eyes. Your eyes are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Look at your eyelashes. Okay, so beautiful color in your eyes there, just falling into them. So you go down that line, and then you find the line for the eyes, and you do the shape of the first eye that goes up and then down, and then you want to get to the position of the second eye and go up and then up and then down. So that was just my my sleeve hitting the microphone there for a second. But yeah, so you get that first eye shape in, and then you get that second eye shape in, which is much easier when I'm just tracing your beautiful eyes. Perfect. How do you look so good all of the time? Alright, so then once they're matching, I like to go to the bottom line of the eye there, and just do that really lightly, just like a light little, and you want them to match as best as you can, but the side with the eyelashes, the far side of the eye, not the inner side, the far side wants a longer lash to replicate your amazing lashes that you have. Your amazing lashes. Gosh, they look nice. Okay, so that's the basic shape of the eye done, and then what I do from there is I work out where the nose will be, which in this place is exactly where your nose is. Your nose is exactly where your perfect little nose is. So then I like to just sketch in that circular. I did that for a nose. I like to draw the circular bit first, and then the little edges here, and then put in the nostrils. That's how I do a nose anyway. So you go perfect circle, and then you go the little these bits. What are they? Nostrils. The little nostrils off to the side, and then little nostril holes. Just a little bit there. Perfect matching. There you go. Perfect. So then you just go for a very small bit here, and then a little bit there. Okay, so that's the anatomy there. So which Okay, and the light source in this case is coming in from is that the left? So you want to put the little highlight of the detail on the lip, on the left side. So there you go. So now we've got the basic sketch with quite detailed lips. So what I'm going to do now is just block in some shadows, right? So this side of your face will be in a darker light. Then so we'll go around the chin, then up the jawline, up your jawline here, yeah. And then just under that eye, just here, just in this area, that strong jawline, not jawline, this is the jawline, the strong cheekbone, that cheekbone you've got there. It's a beautiful, strong cheekbone. And we're going to put a little bit of like blush on there, like a darker, slightly darker colour to really accentuate the features of your face at this point. So we're just gonna put a little bit of that same shade on the other side just to accentuate that bone. It's only a very light shade, don't worry, I work in many layers. So then we're gonna go up to the top of the forehead like that. Yeah. You know what I've forgotten? Eyebrows. I've forgotten your eyebrows. And at this moment you don't have any hair either. Just putting that out there. You also don't have ears or a neck. So I should probably work on that sketch. So we go back to that big circle and then we see where the eyes are and then we see where the nose is, right? And then we make that imaginary line across to the edge of the jawbone and we put in your little ears. So we go across and you have tucked your hair behind your ears. So again, the hair is behind the ears so we can see the ears in this thing. So you're just gonna get a little bit, and then sketch it down between that ear and the ear, between that eye height and that ear nose length. So we're just gonna go from that top on the other side, we're trying to match that general shape of the ear down to the bottom where the nose meets on that line, right? So now your ears are in place, perfect. jaw, and go down the jaw, down the jaw, down. Follow the line of the jaw down, and then to the chin, and then because you've got that little sneaky grin that you've got going on there, we're gonna just draw in your dimple. Oh gosh, dimples are cute. We're gonna draw in your little dimple just there. We're gonna paint it, little dimple. And because you've only got like that side cheeky grin, you only have one dimple for this picture. I don't get. Alright, stop getting me up. Alright, so where are we up to? Right, I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna blend the shadows. We're gonna blend the shadows on this side and the highlights on this side with the mid-tone ranges, right? So that just means that I'm just gonna spend some time doing this in all those different areas, right? Especially around these eye area, just to form this shape, to get this shape to form. So make sure you gotta keep the structure, the bone structure beneath the blending of the tones of the light and shadow on the face. There, you gotta just keep that. You just gotta keep that nice and blended there. Yes. Okay. Perfect. And it's really important to keep some strong lines where you need them, but you don't often need, like, it's good to blend them out. You always put it in a strong line later if you really need it, but I prefer lots of blend. Alright, so that's all blended in. Alright, now you're looking pretty, very pretty. Alright, gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. So I'm just gonna sketch in real quick your eyebrow piercing up here. Little eyebrow. Just gonna put a little sketch that in. It looks really good, and that's gonna make it great highlight because it's on the left side. It's on the lighted side of your face. So it's gonna get a little glint there. So it'll match the glint in your eye, you cheeky. And I'm just gonna put in some earrings as well, okay? So because I've got multiple earrings, I love to sketch multiple earrings on people. So if you just hold real still, then I'm gonna come across to your ear, and I'm just gonna, I'm just giving you earrings, so just little sleepers like this, and multiple of them because I like that aesthetic. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we'll do the other side. Yeah, other side. We'll go the other side. Okay, ready? Much less painful than a real piercing. Alright, love it. Now I'm gonna add in some colour to those lips. So mouth shadow. That's it. Perfect. Hold still. A little bit of colour there. A little bit of colour there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of colour on your rosy cheeks. Ready? Hold still. Rosy cheeks. That's it. A little bit of colour on those rosy cheeks. Yeah. Alright, you're looking fantastic. But now what I would like to do is get some of those freckles I can see happening. I can see a couple of little freckles coming through, and I would like to just pick up some paint. And what I do here is I just flick it at you. That's it. So there's those little specks look really natural, because if I do this for freckles, I'm not spontaneous. I'm not as random as flicking it, because when I flick it, I've got no control of where those freckles go, or very limited control. But if I do this, I've got far too much control, and I will inevitably put them in a pattern. Even if I try to be as random as possible, and put like two over here, one over there, a little bit like that, a little bit like that, across the nose ridge like that, and then the one up here, and one like one down. It becomes very uniform and very patterned, because that's the way human hands work. But if you use the real element of surprise by randomizing it with the flicker of paint, right? So you are looking absolutely gorgeous. Actually, I just, all I have to do is put on the tiny light highlights. Now this takes longer than you'd think, but it's got to be quite pristine, quite like. So there's two extra rim. Okay, rim light is the light that goes around the edge of an object to show a secondary light source, and it makes a normal average drawing look or painting look that little bit more professional. So I'm just going to do that as though you're backlit, right? So I'm just going to go around the edge of the so you've got all of the lights is coming from the left or from this side, right? And I'm going to just go to the other side and where the most contrast is, and put in a really thin line of just really bright light. Okay, so let's go around your hair for the moment, around the edge, right around the edge like that, and then comes down. eyes, you want it to be like a nice slither of light. So it's going to be hard edges on these light highlights. Right, and because of this side's all blended like that, we're going to have these little dots. So now the most fun part is to put the... Oh, I haven't given you eyeballs. You still only have the shape of your eyes. So what we're going to do now is put a little bit of a shadow underneath the top eye. So the top eye shape, right? We're going to put little shadows underneath there, and then we're going to do the circle of the pupil, the iris, the pupil, and put the iris in the middle, and we're going to do one side and then the other. So one side and then the other. And you want to make the top half in that shadow a little bit darker, the top half in that shadow a little bit darker, and then the bottom half you want to dab in some of that colour, but we want that colour to be lighter than the top half, so it looks like you've got little highlights in your eye there. Right, so that's looking much better. We're just going to bring the shade down a little bit on the side and the whites of your eye there as well, because there's often, it's not like a stark contrast, you want it to be almost grey, but like a light pastel colour, because you want it to stand out against the highlight that I'm about to put in there now. You look much less creepy now. Alright, so your beautiful, beautiful eyes to your soul. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You look absolutely fabulous, darling. You're so pretty. Okay, hold still. That's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get that little bit of shadow above that eyeball there. Perfect. Alright, look at you. Wow. Yeah, okay, so just chin up for me. Spectacular. You look great. Okay, so now we're going to put the very final highlights, which are coming in from the strong eyes. So I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of your nose, top of the nose, yep, and then a little bit on this edge there, like that, a little bit like that. Perfect. Okay, and now we're just going to put those highlights in your eyes. So we're going to use a really, really bright, strong light, and we're just going to put a little... Perfect. Alright, that looks really good. Now I'm going to try and mimic that shape on this side of the eye too. So I'm going to go there. Yes, okay. And now because the light is catching from this side so strongly, it's also going to be a small top, so we're